something that just dropped that I actually saw and I wanted to make you know make mention of. Um, so there's a little film coming out in July. I think it's going to be the biggest movie this summer, and it's coming out right at the right time. And that is Mission Impossible. Um, so this is a brand new poster that just dropped today from the Twitter of Mission Impossible, and it looks unbelievable. I can't wait for this movie. There's so many different things swirling around this. Well, first of all, it was like that's this is the stunt. Okay, so he's jumping off. This is the actual um, final shot of him. The still is amazing, taking off from on the motorcycle. Anybody who has um, seen the um, Paramount slash Skydance behind the scenes stuff. It's about 9 minutes. It's amazing, and Tom Cruise just outdoes himself over and over and over again, and that's why I keep saying he is the last movie star we have. You know, it's just an amazing. It's amazing what he does at his age, but yeah. So, like I said, this is the poster. Um, which so I was on a space. I was hosting a space the other night, and Jeremy Fowler of the Rap was in there, and we had a couple others, and we were actually talking about some of the things we liked and didn't like about the Oscars. And one of the things I had pointed out is that Warner Brothers had done their little had their little 100 years. Disney introduced another little spot, if you will, or about 40-second spot of the Little Mermaid, and I was saying I was shocked in flabbergasted, frankly, that um, Mission Impossible didn't have a spot there because let's face it, anybody who watched the Super Bowl, as millions of people did, um, it didn't premiere there. And look, I get why they could very easily um, they didn't want to do it there because at the same time it was okay, we have too many other movies we're going up against. We've got Guardians to contend with, we've got The Flash, we've got all of these other movies, Transformers, and I think it would probably get overlooked. Okay, fine. That's fine. So, as I said, the Oscars are the biggest night of the year. And millions of people are going to watch it. Well, now, while some of the awards were predetermined, right, like Best Supporting Actor and Best Visual Effects, there were a couple there that were really hotly contested. And I said to Jeremy, I said, I'm shocked that they did not release a trailer. And subsequently, the next day, um, right after the space, the next day, 24 hours later, um, they dropped this, poster. It was funny because Destiny Jackson of Deadline, who I follow and she follows me, at least I hope she does. I think she does. But in any event, um, she said, Tom must have been listening to you because, of course, they ended up dropping this trailer. But this leads me to believe, and mind you, I have no inside knowledge on this. This leads me to believe that they're going to be dropping a trailer very, very soon because they can drop it anytime they want and the internet will crash. The other thing I brought up to Jeremy, okay, and others was this that you got to understand this is like the final. I mean, this is part one of the final movie. That Tom Cruise is going to be doing for Mission Impossible. I mean, when you think of like Infinity War to Endgame and Mockingjay to Mockingjay Part Two and Harry Potter. I mean, there's a couple of films franchises out there that have done like two parters. The other thing too is I said we have CinemaCon right around the corner. It's in about a month. I wouldn't be shocked or surprised because we have a couple of films that are going to be at CinemaCon, namely The Flash. Okay, I wouldn't be shocked to see this drop and get an exclusive, even if it's not the full film, like a 10-minute snippet of Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning, because I think Paramount, this is one of their biggest, if not their biggest film of this year, and it would behoove them not to at least tell theaters, okay, that's what the whole thing about CinemaCon is. They're showing theater, owners, distributors, that all the distributors are saying to the theaters, look, this is what we're going to bring you. I wouldn't be shocked to see Paramount put in like a 10-minute thing of this. It doesn't have to be the whole movie. Um, but also too, think about this. You had the success of Top Gun Maverick. So that's another thing to consider. I think that this would be huge, huge for Paramount if they went ahead and did something like this. And like I said, that 9-second behind the scenes is big. It's amazing. I mean, I still contend personally, Tom Cruise is the last movie star we have today. Um, I mean, he's 62, 63 years old, does his own stunts. I mean, he may be, look, he may not be the best actor in the world, okay, but you can't deny what he's done for the business. I mean, he's brought everybody feature films for the past 40 years. I mean, Risky Business just turned 40 this year. I mean, he did Taps and everything else in the early 80s, but everybody started to like him, not like him, but notice him in Risky Business in 1983. Um, and then, but what he's done and how he's done it and doing all of this stuff practical in Top Gun, I could go on and on and on for hours. The point is this: there's a new poster for Mission Impossible. I think this looks amazing. Um, and it's really, he's solidified himself as, I think, one of the best actors of all time, even if he doesn't have an Oscar to boot for it. And so I think that's going to be an amazing film, and it's coming out at the right time, right in the middle of June, or July rather, um, right in front of Oppenheimer too, in Barbie. So that's something else to be considered too. And if this movie is any good, which I suspect it's going to be, um, look out, look out. Anyways, guys, what do you think about this? Had you seen the poster for Mission Impossible? Do you like Mission Impossible? Is this right up your alley, or is this something that you're not a fan of? Are you going to go see Mission Impossible? If so, which Mission Impossibles are your favorite? Tell me all that stuff in the comments down below, and I'll get back to everybody.